Yes, it's me, Apollonia. Welcome back to my channel. Um, Today we are doing the seventh day and a magical number of The Magic from by Rhonda Byrne. And you know that we're doing 27 to 30 days of appreciation for law of attraction for the new year of 2020. So, um, today's topic is the magical way out of negativity. You kind of see, um, there we go. Okay. I'm filming this on the same day that I did 6, so my circuits are still out. Because it's only been like 10 minutes. Alright. Which is why it's still dim. Magical way out of negativity. A Persian founder of the Baha'i faith, a thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity, because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return, and we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing? Are you grateful for your health when it's good? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day? Or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it? Or do you take your pay or salary for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly? Or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when there are problems? Oh, like pause for a second there. Okay, I'm back. Um, to others about your loved ones when there are problems. Are you grateful for when your car is working well, or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day, or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts and words, so when you complain, by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. If you're complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, and family, friend, a stranger, waiting in lines, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you are not being grateful, and you're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong, you have unintentionally not been grateful enough. It is impossible to be negative when you're grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you're grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you're grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear in a poof of smoke, just like magic. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for the things to be grateful for in a negative situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude will magically transform every negative circumstance. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad Game, which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the Glad Game featured in the movie throughout my childhood and adolescence. To play the Glad Game, you look for as many things you have to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation make the solutions appear. Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." Um, 563 BC to 483 BC. Ah, interesting. What was I gonna say? So, it's funny, I go to Disneyland once a week. I have a pass. I actually just wrote it on my calendar right here. to go to Disney this Monday, so it's kind of funny that came up. But you see, yeah, I remember playing this game like 4 years ago with my little brother. I mean, he thought it was dumb then. Now he's matured more, so he's not as he takes it seriously. Anyways, uh, when you're yeah, when you're around, out and about with friends, family, try and get them engaged in this. I know it seems corny and maybe not everybody will want to do it, but try and do it with people who are more open or kind of like neutral, maybe not negative. If you do it with someone who's negative, they're just gonna bring you down. Don't even try. You might as well just do it yourself and do it in your mind if you're out with negative people. But yeah, it is fun. So, anyways, let Buddha's words be your inspiration. And today, take one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin with this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or in a gratitude journal. Again, I think writing down things is the best way because they say it's the most powerful point of focus. You're engaging, physically with your hand, your mind. You're seeing it with your eyes. Typing it. It's just or saying it. Saying it can be powerful in the mirror, but writing it down is the best way to go. And the other thing that I was going to comment on, magic 10 things. Oh, that you can write about a situation. So, I did do this. I'm trying to think. They're going to give you an example, but I'm going to give you an example of my life. So it was I told you I was raised in foster care, and when I was going to college, I lived in a place that was more reasonable, so that I could, graduate. And I lived with a lot of foster girls, and some of them were like in juvie, and some of them were like really good Christian girls. Others, were like in between, out like it was just a whole mix of people. And yeah, should not have had juvie people with regular people. It's a really bad idea. Anyways, I remember this really difficult girl that lived there, and she was scary. I mean, she probably would have killed one of us eventually, so I'm glad that place got shut down. But anyways, I remember writing a list of 10 things that I appreciated about her, and it was very hard. She was just a nasty, horrible soul. But it was my only option at the time to live there because I don't have family. So I wrote that list, and the next morning she just apologized to me, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, Cody apologized to you," and it was weird because she does not in her character at all. She was one of those. I think she had a narcissist personality. Um, where everyone, was always wrong, and she especially looked down upon people that were younger than her, which, if we're talking about reincarnation and past lives, I am so much older than her. She has a long ways to go in maturity, in this life and others. But, anyways, she woke up, she told me, "I'm sorry, Apollonia, I shouldn't have done this or that," and it was weird, and I used my mind on her, and within a few months, she actually picked up a book I think it was called like E Squared or something. Can't remember the name of it right now. And she started learning about law of attraction. And from what I know, she's become a better person. I haven't seen her in years, but word of mouth. But that is about the power of intention and gratitude. I mean, it really does work. So, gonna get back to the example they're giving you guys. Here is an example of what you might say if someone's, if you're, no, I don't want to give that example. Here's an example of what you might say, yeah, if you aren't getting along with somebody in a relationship. I'm so grateful that one time they took me out to eat. I'm so grateful that one time they gave me that, the leftovers in the fridge. I'm so grateful that one time they opened the door for me. I'm so grateful that time they cooked cupcakes for the house. I'm so grateful for that time they cleaned the whole house and asked for no help. Just, yeah. So things like that, and it will turn the situation around. Now, regardless, you let that out, that energy out, and if, that doesn't work, for this example, try and have talk with him face to face. You know, you do want to try and resolve any of these issues in the physical by taking action. Like if it was about job, you obviously get out there and you apply, you know, or you go back to school and you get your degree, or you get another degree. You know, you do have to take action, but you got to mix the physical with the non-physical to get results. Okay. As a, all right. I don't want to read out that. So I give you an example of what to do. You want to say, I'm so grateful for, or I'm truly grateful for example, and finish the sentence with what you're glad about. But I have to say that I'm really grateful for. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic lifeline with you and grab a hold of it whenever you need it. So, number 1, for the practice, list of 10 things you're grateful for. 2, choose any negative problem or situation that you're going through. 3, list 10 things you're grateful for about the negative situation. A little tricky, but, you know, I gave you some examples. Try your best. 4, at the end of your list, write thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. 5, if you notice yourself thinking negative or saying something negative, use a magic lifeline. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I'm truly grateful for. And then at the very end of the day, take your magic rock or crystal and think about the best thing that happened to you that day. So yeah, remember, it's always a mix of the physical and the non-physical to create a difference in your life. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please tune in tomorrow. Or you could fast forward to Magic Day 8 of the appreciation practice. So, bye guys.